Very good afternoon to all. So based on our last class discussion, let us have a discussion of the various kind of topologies we are using in a computer networks. So what is meant by computer networks topologies and different types of topologies, and what will be the advantages and disadvantages of the different types of topologies? Let us going to cover in this presentation. Okay, fine. Let us move on to our class. Topology normally defines the structure of networks. So as you know that in the definition we are saying the number of systems are connected. That is, we can call it as a network. But the way in which we are storing all the systems are connected, that is a topology. Okay, so that is based on the location in which we are storing, based on the connectivity we are making, the functionalities as well as the features have been varied from one network to another network. Now, these are all the various types of topologies are there. The bus topology, ring topology, tree topology, star topology, mesh topology, and hybrid topology. These are all the various different types of topology. And if anyone have asked about topology, means it's a way in which we are arranging the number of nodes in a network. That is a topology. That's all. Let us discuss about the bus topology. So here you can see the diagram. Here there are 5 different and 5 number of PCs are connected in the network, and there is a centralized cable is there. So that is we can call it as a backbone cable. So all the individual machines are connected by means of trap wires. Okay, so while here while we go for, if any one of the device it wants to transfer the packets from one node to another node, it should be carried out, it should be followed through this centralized backbone cable. So for example, if the PC1 it wants to transfer the data to the PC5, so it will just forward the packet to that central cable. So all the nodes, remaining 4 nodes, it will receive the packets. So if the node is a destination node, it will receive that packet, or otherwise other nodes will discard that packets. So that's the thing. So that's now let us move on to the definition for that. So each node is either connected to the backbone cable or the drop cable directly connected to the backbone cable. Through the drop cable or otherwise trap wires or otherwise backbone cable, it may be directly connected. And when the node it wants to send the data, it puts the messages over the network. All the stations available on the network will receive the message whether it has been addressed or not. So that's the main drawback. That's a if I want to transfer, if I want to share any one particular message to my friend only, then I should not think that I should not my message should not be accessed by anyone. That's a confidentiality property may be affected. But in this bus topology, while we are sending some kind of packets, all the nodes which is connected on the networks can receive the packet, including the actual receiver. Other nodes can also receive it. So that's the thing. And the next, another one more point is the bus topology, which is mainly used in the Ethernet 802.3 and 802.4 standard networks we are using. So in this networks, the bus topology features it will support that. And the next one is the CSMA CD. CSMA, as you know, that is a detailed explanation for that. CSMA is a carrier sense multiple access protocol. So from the name itself, we can easily guess that carrier sends multiple access. So carrier, what is meant by carrier? So normally the transmission medium we are using, we can call it as a carrier. Carrier sends multiple access. If more than one nodes, it wants to access the transmission medium, then there will be a problem happened. There will be a congestion, or otherwise we can call it as a traffic happened. We can have only one transmission medium, only one cable, but we have a 5 number of machines. It wants to connect to the transmission medium in order to send their packets at the same time, but it is not possible. So that is a CSMA mechanism. So CSMA CD and CSMA CA, collision detection and collision avoidance, these kind of 2 concepts have been introduced in order to avoid the congestion problem in a networks. Collision detection, what they have done means recovery after the collision. So that is a congestion is happened, that the problem has happened. and we are going to detect that problem and find the solution for that problem. If the congestion is happened, we have to find out at which place that congestion is happened, then we can recover it. CA, it means that collision avoidance. Avoidance, it means that before happening the congestion or traffic problem, we are going to detect the collisions. So that is mean that that's a check whether the transmission media is busy or not. For example, if the any one PC in your diagram, you can see that the PC1, it wants to transfer the data, then it has to initially it has to verify that whether the channel is available for data transmission or not. If it is available, then it will send. If it is not available, it has to wait, okay, until its time has come. Okay, so that is a bus topology. And here, what is the drawback of that bus topology? It means that is a, if the centralized backbone cable is dropped, then the entire network will become damaged. It will become deleted. Okay, so that is only one drawback of that bus topology. To overcome this drawback only, we go for using the ring topology. So in this diagram, you can see that the number of machines are connected in a ring format. And another one more important point is your packet transmission will always be happen in a unidirectional format. So it means that in the clockwise direction only the packet transmission will be carried out. For example, if the packet starts from here, then it has to travel in this order. Your receiver may be very close to your sender, but it has to follow in a clockwise direction format to transfer the packet. And here we are passing the token to the individual user. So what is the purpose of token? We must be aware of it. So for example, each and every users, they wants to transfer the packet, they want to use the transmission medium for transmission, for packet transmission. Each and every node, when it has a token, when the token is passing from one node to another node also, if any one particular machine, if it receives the token, then it can have a chance to send their data. For example, if I have a data, I have to wait until my token have come. If I receive the token, I can involve in a packet transmission, or otherwise I have to wait for the transmission. So that is a thing. Okay, the node that receives the packet from the previous computer and will transmit to the next node. It will just forwarding process it will do. Okay, so unidirectional, and then continuously known as the endless loop. There won't be any kind of, until it finds out the destination, the packet transmission will be carried out. So here, what is the problem was happened on the ring topology? We may have a doubt. So let us assume that there are 5 number of machines are there in your network. So due to some kind of network issues, one node has one system is failed. But the sender have started to send the packets. It doesn't know about that whether the receiver is failed or not. Your packet have move on to the another node, then it moves on to the next node, then it moves on to the next node, then it will always searches whether that receiver is available or not. So the searching process will be endless. So it will also leads to the traffic issues. The packets will move here and there always. So it will also affect your actual data transmission, actual normal packet transmission. And the next one is a token passing mechanism. That's a token is passed from one node to another node. So when it receives that token, then it can have a chance to send the packets. And here there is a explanation for that. The data is passed from one node to another device until the destination address matches. Once the token received by the destination device, then it sends the acknowledgement to the sender. So in the network, there is only one important point is acknowledgement or no acknowledgement. If any one particular sender sends some data, if the receiver is successfully received that data as like a format what we have sent in from the sender, then it has to send the acknowledgement signal. If the message is not properly received, then it will send the no acknowledgement signal. Based on the no acknowledgement signal it receives, the sender have started to retransfer the last packet. So that is an actual the message communication will be happen in your network. I hope you can understand clearly about the ring topology. Now let us move on to the next topology, that is the star topology. So from the based on the term itself, based on the name itself, it is in a star in shape, in the structure wise. There will be a centralized hub. All the nodes are connected in a star format, and here the star topology is an arrangement of networks which each nodes are connected through the centralized hub or a central computers. The client server concept it follows, because all the nodes, surrounding nodes will be act as a client, and the central node will be act as a hub will be act as a server. Okay, and it is mainly used for the connection devices in a physical star topology, and some of the advantages, disadvantages we have listed out. And only one drawback is if the central hub is failed, then the entire network will become failed. And limited number of failures may be there. If any one particular node is failed, then it doesn't affect your whole network. And if any one particular PC is failed, means it just that particular connectivity only disconnected. The other nodes transaction will be as like you previously, the regular transmission will be happen. And high speed, cost effective, yearly expandable. We can also include any number of nodes within the in this star topology. Just we can have a trap wires, then we can connect with the PC with the hub, and we can involve in a transmission. Okay, so that is a main advantage for and disadvantage of star topology. And then let us discuss about the tree topology. So as you know that the tree in your data structure, you may have here this term. The tree is also one of the structure, data structure. You can have a root node and leaf nodes. Similar to that, in this tree structure, we can have a centralized cable, and all the nodes, all the trees or subtrees have been formed from the centralized cable. And the tree topology, it combines the characteristics of bus topology as well as star topology. So that is a combination. And in the next upcoming slides, let us discuss about the hybrid topology. So it's a combination of more than one topologies. So tree, it also supports the star and bus. So that that's a parent-child hierarchy. We can call it as a parent-child hierarchy. The root node and leaf node concept have come, and there will be a path is exist between the two nodes of data transmission. And the advantage is broadcasting the data transmission. It is easily expandable because we can have a only centralized cable, and through which only your tree structure have been expanded. So the child nodes may have another child nodes, and it may be extended, but it has to be maintained properly. The proper record have to be maintained, which are all the nodes are included, which are all the nodes are removed from the network structure. And there will be a limit. Error detection process is also very easy, because if we find out what will be the tree node and what will be the subtree is there, then we can easily find out what is the problem has happened on your individual machine. And limited number of failures, point-to-point wiring methods have been applied. And what will be the disadvantage of that tree topology is difficulty in troubleshooting process. Then high cost and failures is also there. Okay, because if any one particular, if that the link between that main parent node with the centralized cable is failed, then the entire tree structure, subtree structures will become pruned. Tree pruning, that's one more topic you may have already seen in the data mining concepts. So tree pruning is there. If any one particular subtree structures, if it is not used at the maximum time, then we can remove that trees. Instead of maintaining in a tree structure format, we can remove it. So that's a tree pruning process, we can say that. So here the tree, there is the high cost and failure means that if there is a centralized cable is failed, then the entire network will become damaged. Then the next one is a mesh topology. Mesh topology, it means that each and every node in the network, it can have a connectivity with all other remaining nodes. So that is a mesh topology. So that is the interconnectivity with each others and through the various redundant connections. So if you are seeing that particular first node, first PC, and it can have a connectivity with all other remaining PCs. So that's why only there is a how many number of nodes, if you want to find out in a mesh topology, that is a n into n minus 1 divided by 2. That is a formula we are using to know about what will be the mesh topology common nodes are available. And multiple number of paths are there from one computer to another computer. So there will be a one advantage and there is a one main drawback is also there. The main advantage is if any one particular link is failed, we doesn't bother about that whether the message is packet is transferred to that particular node or not. Some other way, some other paths is also available, so through which we can reach that particular node for packet transmission. And the drawback is the maximum number of cables we need to be connected in this type of topology. Okay, so that is a main drawback for that. So it can have a two different types of topologies, the full mesh topology and partial mesh topology. And in full mesh topology, each computer is connected to all the remaining computers available in the networks. If it is a partial mesh topology, mean not all the nodes are connected, only certain number of computers only connected, so through which the packet transmission will be succeeded. So the advantage is it is reliable and fast communication, and the disadvantage is cost and management. Okay, so these are all the main functionalities, features of a mesh topology. And the next final thing is a hybrid topology. You may have already familiar that hybrid, it means that there is a combination of more than one topology, more than one techniques. So that is a here, if you are seeing this diagram, you can able to see that there will be a star topology and bus topology and tree topologies. So all the three different types of topology have been combined together. So that is a hybrid methodology, hybrid topology. So the advantage is it is reliable, scalable, flexible and effective, because any number of nodes can be included, because it is not only the disadvantage, drawbacks or feature or merits or demerits of a particular topology. So all the three topologies have been combined together, so we can achieve the maximum level of packet transmission, reliable transmission. And the disadvantage is complex design, costly hub we need to establish, costly infrastructures also we need to do. Okay, so that is a hybrid topology, main operating principles and advantages and disadvantages. I hope everyone can understand that the different kinds of topology, what is meant by topology, and what is the merits and demerits of the various kind of topologies. And thank you. And if you have any kind of queries, you can comment, and you can if you like this, you can follow these kind of things. So it has been motivated me. Thank you all. And in the next video, let us have a discussion of the further concepts, which is important concepts, which is available on your computer networks. So thank you one and all.